It's Wednesday night. Here we go. Another lesson. Let's get started. Hey guys, over the past few weeks we've been going through the book of Colossians, and we've been talking a lot about the fact that Jesus is supreme and He's leader over all. The fact that because of His death on the cross, we are supposed to cut away the sin in our lives and supposed to be raised to new life. And I just want to take a minute in a really short lesson tonight and tell you that massively matters. You see, the straight up gospel message is this. You guys cannot work hard enough or long enough or good enough to ever be enough to earn your salvation. You can't. The only way that you get saved is by a relationship with Jesus. Make no mistake that these lessons and these things we talk about are not ways for you just to be a morally good person. That's great and all, but that doesn't save you. That does nothing for you just to be a morally good person. Just to do good things and not do bad things. That does nothing unless you know Jesus and have a personal relationship with Him. That's the gospel message. The only way that this new life can be created within me, where I can choose to deny the old stuff, is by being in a relationship with Jesus first. That's what matters. That's what saves me, is knowing Jesus. And out of that, I get to live the new life. After I've been saved, not by what I've done or how good I am or how morally right I am, but out of a relationship with Jesus. From there, then I get to be something new. This idea of being a Christian is not, how do I just be a good person? Because being a good person doesn't do anything for you. Only Jesus does. And then out of a relationship with Jesus, out of Jesus coming into my heart and my life and saving me and creating in me something new, then I live as a morally good person because Jesus has made me right with God. I want to say this again. There's nothing you can do to be right with God. You can't do enough, work hard enough, be good enough. You can't stop doing all these sins in your life unless you know Jesus. That is the straight up gospel message. This is the work that Jesus has done already. You see, on the cross, He achieved victory over sin. Didn't just win, He destroyed sin and death. He has complete victory over those things. Which means your life, if you choose to follow Jesus, you are in complete victory over those things. You'll still struggle. You'll still have temptations. But you've already defeated them. You see, the debt has been paid. That's what Jesus did on the cross. The debt has been paid. What you owe because of your sin, you deserve death and punishment and hell because of your sin. My sin, I deserve hell. But Jesus comes in and He pays that debt. He takes what I rightfully deserve because of my sin and then gives me new life. You can't work hard at this. You can't just make some good choices and think that'll all be fine in the end. You can't just come to church and think that'll all be fine in the end. What you need is Jesus, who comes into your heart and your life when you invite Him in, when you are baptized, when you choose to die to your old self and live in the new. When you choose a relationship with Him, you're taking that victory on yourself. You're saying, Jesus, I know what you did for me, and I take that victory on myself. I cannot ever do enough to be right, to be morally good. You have to be the one to do it for me. Guys, that's the gospel message in a nutshell. You need Jesus, period. You can't be just good enough. You need Jesus to come in and take over and cleanse your heart and renew your mind and to give you new life because He has victory over the sin and death of the past. If you haven't made that choice yet, really think about that. If you want a life with joy and peace and patience, and a life that even when you're going through difficult things and struggles, you still know Jesus is there. You still can trust that He is good. Then you want to know Jesus. It's not always going to be perfect, but it's good because you don't get the ultimate punishment for your sin. Jesus takes that victory and he buys you back and he says, I want you and I want something better for you and I'm giving it to you for free. All you have to do is accept a relationship with me. Guys, if you have not considered a relationship with Jesus or getting baptized, these are things you need to consider. Because I tell you the truth, no matter how many good things, no matter how many lessons you pay attention to, no matter how many good times you go and serve the poor and help the sick, if you don't know Jesus and you don't accept him as your Savior and you don't desire new life that he gives you and you still hold on to the sin of the past, that's not going to save you. What saves you is Jesus, him crucified, and that's it. And we partner in that. We take that victory on ourselves through baptism, through trusting in Jesus. That's the lesson. Are you going to trust him? Because it's time. Decide. Are you going to trust him?